Hi, welcome to another music theory lesson. Today we're going to talk about the common terms and signs that you might see as you're playing piano or violin or any instrument. So on the music, you might see something that's a P, an F, an MP, or an MF. Now these are dynamic markings. Dynamic markings tell you how loud or soft to play something. So P is Italian for piano, and that means soft. F represents an Italian word called forte, and forte means loud. Now what if you wanted something in between? Well, you can have mezzo piano, which is a little bit louder than piano. So we'll just write a little bit louder than piano, and mezzo forte, which is a little bit softer than forte. So if we had a line, and the further you are, the louder you are, you would first have piano, then mezzo piano, then mezzo forte, then forte. So another common sign you might see is a little dot on top of a note. It can be a quarter note like this, or a half note, or a whole note. Now this is something called a staccato. And that's Italian for short and detached. So instead of playing something long and connected, you would play something short and detached. The next two you might see are called crescendo, which is like this, and a decrescendo, which is like this. So a crescendo means to get louder, and a decrescendo means to get quieter or get softer. So these are some of the common terms and signs you might see. So some of the other ones you might see are flats, this B looking thing, and it's a flat, so it tells you to play a flat, and we'll get more to that later, and a sharp, and a natural. Now you don't have to worry about these as you're first starting out, and we'll explain more of these later. Another common sign you might see is before the ending of a piece with a double bar line, you might see two dots here, and that means a repeat. So once you hit this, you go back to the beginning of the piece or to a starting repeat sign, which tells you once you repeat from here. And you play it until you get to the ending double bars again, and you ignore that after you played the repeat once already. Something else you might see is called a tie. Now if I have two notes that are the same and I draw a line across it, it's called a tie. And a tie can only work if these are two same notes. So this is a C and this is a C. And a tie adds together. So, because this is a quarter note and it gets one beat, and this is a quarter note, it gets one beat, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So this equals a half note C. Something else you might see might be a phrase. Now a musical phrase is something like this. When I have some notes, and I connect them like this. This is the opposite of staccato, what we talked about before. It means to play the notes connected. And now another common symbol you might see is a DC, and this means da capo. What's a cap? A cap is something you put on your head. Now da capo means to go back to the beginning or go to the head of something. So go back to the beginning. So these are just some of the common terms and signs you might see as you're playing music.